is it about Hey Dude that you think resonates with audiences now that makes them want to go back and rewatch along with you?
I mean, that's why we're doing a podcast about the 90s decade, because it was a time where I think people are nostalgic for, that was just like a feel-good, wholesome, I don't know. The show like really means a lot to people that grew up with it, more than I can even imagine, right?
Yeah, even one of the reporters here was like, I feel like I grew up with you guys.
Right.
And like that is a special thing. I mean, for a show to sort of live on in the heart of fans, kids who grew up and still have that sort of nostalgia and love for it, I think there was just something very sweet and simple about it.
And I think the kids at that age felt like they owned the show. It was theirs, right? Nickelodeon was for kids, no parents allowed. And so I think they have a special bond with the shows that were on Nickelodeon at that time.
And what made you want to do the podcast, and how did that come about?
This is his brainchild.
I'm a huge podcast listener, and I had been invited to be a guest on Jenny Garth and Tori Spelling's podcast to recap my episodes. They're going to be here as well. And then I became friends with their producer at iHeart, Amy Sugarman, and she said, if you can get Christine to do this with you. I blew up her phone, and she said yes.
She twisted my arm. No, you called and said, does this sound fun? I was like, it sounds amazing.
Are you glad you said
I'm
it?
so happy. I'm so happy.
Really, we're having a lot of fun. We have great guests. And it's, Hey Dude, the 90s called.
And is there anything that surprised you with how much people remember, or what people have latched onto from the 90s?
I mean, it's amazing to me how many people think so fondly of the night. Like it really is, and people really do look at it as that very special period of time before social media, before the streaming,
YouTube,
like really the explosion of iPhones and Blackberries, and none of that existed then. And so it was just a very sort of,
it was the last time, the last decade before all that stuff. But people are nostalgic for it, and I feel like younger people are kind of fascinated with it.
Yeah.
So there's a big audience for 90s nostalgia.